All right, welcome back to another episode of College Football Unabridged. We're gonna head over to Birmingham, Alabama, and talk about the UAB Blazers. And Alex Mortensen is now the head coach there after Trent Dilfer- Trent Dilfer didn't really work out too well. Was excited about him coming in. It just didn't work out. Alex Mortensen, who freakishly looks like his dad. I mean, it's kind of scary. Takes over. He showed some. It was a pretty good OC there. Seemed like he gets a job. He did a decent job taking over as interim. So they're riding with him, and it's a lot of like a lot of these teams, a lot of transfers, a lot of turnover. Ryder Burton is gonna be in his first full year starting. He took over last year. And looked really good against Memphis. They beat Memphis last year, who was always it was a good solid win, a good team. It's kind of threw Memphis's year off. I mean he threw for 251 yards and 3 touchdowns against Memphis, so that was kind of their probably their high point of the season. So he was instrumental in that. Had a good game. So we look for him to improve upon that. See how he goes this year. At running back, listen to this. They got a 235-pound running back from Georgia. I don't care who you are. I am signing up for a giant running back from Georgia. Rod Robinson. Even his name sounds like he's it sounds like an '80s running back from Georgia who's gonna just bruise everybody on the field as he, with a big wide shoulder pads or something. That's what I think of, and that excites me. So I want that. Physicality. You need it, because the outside of that running game, the receiving core is a lot to be desired. They do have Antonio Ferguson. At tight end, he's pretty good, but they don't have a lot going on on the receiving core, and spring injuries kind of threw it off anyway. A lot of receivers are getting hurt, so with this offense, they got some pieces, but they got a lot of question marks for sure. Here's a fun one. Good old Todd Grantham is now the DC at UAB. You could say a lot about him in his defense approach, but one thing you're going to get from Todd Grantham is you're going to get guys flying around and getting sacks from all over the field. It's a little reckless at times, but it gets results when it does. When it hits home, it's good. Let's put it that way. When it's good, it's good. When it's not, it's not. But UAB, that gets them a little bit up and going. They got to get going. The last 3 seasons, they've ranked in total defense 117, 94, and 117. So pretty much anything is going to be an improvement from that. They have Nigel Tate on the defensive tackle, big body, a 6'3", 330 senior. You like all that. That sounds phenomenal. They bring over I'm gonna not say this name correctly, Ike Esanwenu. He comes over from Oklahoma State, where Todd Grantham had been running the system there. So some familiarity with Grantham, and bringing in high caliber guy like that, especially at linebacker, where he's gonna hopefully be kind of the field general there for the defense. Devon Gully is at corner. He's the only returning starter at corner, so there's a lot of guys need. They went heavy, portal heavy. So hopefully some of these guys kind of step up, but they do have some pieces to work around, and I think Grantham's good enough. When he runs his third and Grantham defense, as some of us call it, when it works, but sometimes you're sitting there going, great, now we are wearing our defense. Our defense is getting worn out because they're out there too long, because they're giving up big plays on third down because they're not hitting home. So, that being said, I mean, it may take a little bit to get everything going, to kind of build some momentum, but I would love to see UAB getting back to how they used to be. Again, last year was a bad season, 4-8. This year they start off at Illinois. Should be a really tough game for them, but it's a good prove me spot. Good kind of see where you start off difficult and kind of get your lumps early on, and then kind of go from there. Then they got ULM. So they got Louisiana Monroe and Louisiana Lafayette back to back. Then they got Navy. Always Service Academy is difficult. Sanford, kind of a backyard rivalry there with Sanford and Birmingham. At Memphis, East Carolina, South Florida, Charlotte, Temple, UTSA, North Texas. I mean, it's not a horrible schedule. I mean, you got Louisiana. I mean, you got Illinois to start the year. Outside of that, it's some difficult games, but nothing too unmanageable. You're not seeing any Alabamas or anything like that on the schedule. It's a good season to kind of warm up and see if you can get something going towards as the season progresses. You see where the offense goes and get the defense going, and you look to improve on it. I can see them getting around 500, improve from there. They have potential for a little more with the schedule, but say right around that 5 to 7 win range there, and see how everything works out. But I'm looking forward to seeing them. Always like UAB. I was sad when they went away, and glad they came back. So look forward to seeing them this year.